Thanks for staying with us on the news. A group concerned Niger Deltans for Sustainable Development is calling on President Muhammadu Buhari to tell the coordinator of the Amnesty Program, Charles Dokubo, to step aside for a transparent probe into the looting of equipment worth 60 billion naira at the Amnesty Vocational Training Center in Boro Town, Bayelsa State. Media aide to the Amnesty boss, Murphy Ganagana, has described the protest as stage-managed in a matter being investigated by the Bayelsa Police Command, with suspects already detained. Details in this report.
On the 14th of February, the people of Boro Town woke up to the shocking discovery of the looting of equipment in the Amnesty Vocational Training Center. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. 1 month after the theft at Boro Town, members of the concerned Niger Deltans for Sustainable Development embark on a protest in Yenagoa.
Professor Dokubo directed the head of Boro Town Vocational Training Center, Mr. Jude Baboyo, to open the warehouse where supplied items are kept, and they arranged with hoodlums to cast away items previously supplied to cover up their fraud. The move is to enable Dokubo, his frontline men, and the director of procurement and other senior management staff in the Amnesty Office to claim that the 13 billion worth of supply items have been stolen by hoodlums.
The group seeks the intervention of President Muhammadu Buhari.
We call on Mr. President Buhari to have Professor Charles Dokubo, coordinator of the Amnesty Program, step aside for a criminal investigation to commence into the uninterrupted 5 days looting of the 60 billion Boro Town training complex, including the non-existent supply contract, persistent stealing, fraud, corruption, and intimidation of whistleblower and stakeholders at the Niger Delta Amnesty Office.
Media assistant to the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program speaks on the matter.
When the hoodlums invaded that training facility, the police were there, the military were there. Do you understand? But they overwhelmed the security personnel on ground on the day of that incident. Now, thereafter, the security agencies are investigating. Some suspects were arrested. They are still in custody of the police in Bayelsa. I think that protest was mischievous, it was stage managed, and I think it will go nowhere. If they think that they can pull down the amnesty program, it's unfortunate.
A letter of protest was presented to the Bayelsa State Chairman of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Ovieteme George, TVC News, Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.